All right, so this is part 2. I'm going to mark this. So at the end of, get out of my way, on page 4, after number 8, I want you to put end of part 1 video. Ah, please try to do it. Okay, so this is after number 8. Okay, so looking at this is where we are going to turn fractions fractions to decimals to percents, but then we're going to go backwards. So let's see what that looks like. So you already know that to turn the fraction 1/2 to a decimal, we're going to do 1 divided by 2. You take the numerator divided by the denominator, and that gives us 0.5. And then to turn the decimal to a percent, we multiply by 100. And if you're not sure, you can always go, where do decimals to percents, and follow the arrow, and it says multiply by 100. So we're going to do 0.5 times 100. 0.5 times 100 equals 50. Okay? And then the next one is similar to that. So skipping to this one right here, we have 0.6. So first, I like to turn it to a percent. So we're going to do 0.6 times 100 equals 50. No, it doesn't. It equals 60. So that's 60%. And then it doesn't tell you how to turn percents to fractions. Oh, yes, it does. It says put a percentage over a denominator of 100 and simplify. So we're going to turn this, we're going to turn this percent into a fraction. And the way we do that is we just do 60 over 100. If you would like to simplify that, that would be great. But if you don't know how to do that, that is okay too. All right, so this one is similar to this one and this one. Okay, so you should be able to do those two now. Now we're going to look at this guy right here. So they gave us the percent, but not the decimal or the fraction. So we just wrote that 80%, that's 80 over 100 as a fraction. Again, please simplify if you can. And then to turn a percent to a decimal, let's look. Percent to decimal, you divide by 100. So we're going to do 80 divided by 100, and that is going to give us 0.8. So the rest of these, you should be golden. I've shown you how to do each individual one, so good luck. Let me check them when you're done. All right, so this is our level 3 stuff. So basically what we're doing is we're using our percent proportion, which once again is part over whole equals percent over 100. So here we go. Jennifer has watched 42 minutes of a movie, which is 20% of the movie. What is the total length in minutes of the movie? So the question tells us what we're looking for, okay? So what is the total length of the movie? So total, that's another word for whole. So we're going to put a variable where the whole goes, okay? Because we don't know what that is. The part is the part of the movie that she watched. So she watched 42 minutes of a movie. And we set it equal to, remember percent, that has a percent sign on it, so that's easy to find. Good gracious. I gotta zoom in here. So we're gonna do 20 over 100. We will then cross multiply. So 42 times 100 equals what? 42 times 100 equals 4,200. And then we divide by the number that we have left, which is 20. So 4,200 divided by 20 equals 4,200 divided by 20 equals 210. So the movie is 210 minutes long. So that's what we have to answer, though. That's important. We have to know what our answer means. So the movie is 210 minutes long. All right, let's do the next one. A waitress makes a 20% tip for serving the guests of a large dinner party. How much of a tip would she make on a total of $700? So right away, they told us what the total was. We know what the percent is. We don't know what the part is. So we got part over whole equals percent over 100. So we don't know what the part is. We know that's a total of 700. We don't know how much money she's going to make out of that 700 though. 20% over 100. All right, we're going to cross multiply 700 times 20 equals 14,000. 14,000, and then we divide by the number that's left. So 14,000 divided by 100. So she's going to make $140. She will make, so we're going to answer it down here. She will make $140. All right. Declan's goal is to score 90% on the upcoming science test. If there are 50 questions on the test, how many questions does he need to answer correctly? So we have our percent. We have 50 questions. That's our total. So I want you guys to see if you can set up, replace the part or the whole. See if you can fill in 3 of these values, or 2 of these values, I'm sorry. See if you can place the 90% in the right spot and 50 in the right spot. And then raise your hand and I will check it. All right, same with number 12. Here we go. Corinna made 40% of the tacos sold for a school fundraiser. If 200 tacos were made, what is the total number of tacos Corinna made? So we have 40%. She made 40% of the tacos. 40%, she made 200 tacos, which is 40%. So see if you can fill in the values and put them in the right spot. All right, number 13. The best player on the school basketball team made 80 out of 123 free throws. So 80 out of 120. What percentage did he shoot? So again, I want you guys to do, well, this one I'll actually do for you. So 80 out of 120, remember of is always a whole. So 120, that's our whole. And our part, he made part of the shots. He made 80 of them. That's 80. And then the question it's asking is what percentage did he shoot? So we don't know what the percent is. So I'm going to put an X there, our variable X, because we don't know what it is. And then over 100. So you guys are solving for what percentage did he shoot? So your label is going to be what percent, like you're going to say he shot blank percent, right? All right, number 14. A computer costs $500. Sandy paid a $168 deposit. What percentage is her deposit? So just a quick little download here. A deposit is money you put down for a bigger purchase. So like if you buy a car or a house, those are huge purchases. You're not just going to lay down whatever $50,000. You're going to lay down like $3,000, right? As a show of good faith. Okay. So actually I'll set up this one because that is confusing. So part over whole. Actually, how much time do we have left in this? Oh, we got time. Equals percent over 100. So a computer costs $500. So that's our total, our whole. Sandy paid 168 of it. So she paid part of it. That's our part. What percentage is her deposit? So we don't know what our percent is. And then it's over 100 because that's our percent proportion. So see if you guys can find out what her percentage is. Number 15. Gary reads 34 pages of a 340-page book. What percent did he read? Again, you're going to put it in our part over whole. Equals percent over 100. Where does 34 go? Where does 340 go? If he reads 34 pages of a 340-page book. And then what are we looking for? Micah reads 16 pages of his book. If this is 10% of the book, how many pages are in his book? So we got 16 pages, 10%. Where are they going to go? And our part over whole equals percent over 100. And then I want you to solve it. Number 17. There are 40 students in a class, and 30% of these students pass their history test. What number of these students pass the test? So remember, 40, that's our total, or our whole. I'll call it the whole. So we have 40 and 30%. So I want you guys to place those in our part over whole equals percent over 100. And then solve. What number of these students passed the test? Number 18. A baseball team played 30 games throughout their entire season. They won 24 of them. What percentage did they win? And then number 19. A student earned a grade of 80% on a math test that had 30 problems. How many problems on this test did the student answer correctly? And then 20. Sally got 22 questions wrong on her quiz that had 40 questions on it. What is the percentage of the questions she got wrong? So you're setting up your proportion with the numbers they give you. Let me check your proportion before you start solving it. Good luck.